That's the answer.
I understand that, and we understand your point is very clear on that, but it just goes back to, again, to having a relationship with these judges and working things out before, because you knew, John, you knew exactly, probably not to the dollar, but you knew this was going to cost the taxpayers a lot of money. Win or lose, I'll make this statement, win or lose, whether you win or you lose, the taxpayers lose.
I agree.
The taxpayers lose to a tune of
You
over
don't think that, you
$85,000.
don't think that the judge should have considered that?
I don't know, maybe another phone call, maybe, I don't know. I don't know the discussion.
No phone call was
Maybe,
required,
I
Mr.
don't know
Chairman.
that.
I went in person.
I'm just saying, before I would spend and waste tax dollars,
Mr.
because
Chairman?
we're going to hold you accountable just like you hold us accountable.
Mr. Chairman, I am accountable to the laws of Florida. I followed the law with exactness as I understand it. Now, if you have another question, you need to ask it now, because I'm about to go to work.
Well, I do actually, because I was actually somewhat taken by surprise. I
Mr.
guess
Chairman,
there
we're
were-
going
there
to
was-
follow the law in every instance. Now, I don't think you
and I want
like
you to-
that.
I want you to follow the law.
I don't think you like that. I think you, I think
we
you're
follow
se-
the law.
I think that you're seeing me as an impediment.
Oh, no, not at all. Not
Well,
at
then
all.
what's your issue?
Not at all. Yesterday, Mr. Londot represents your office, correct?
I'm sorry?
Mr. Londot, he represents your office,
That's correct.
correct? Okay. And you have Ms. Shannon as your in-house attorney?
That's correct.
Okay. And you have Mr. Jerry Greason as a former clerk,
Mr. Greason is not an attorney. He is our chief of staff.
chief of staff? Okay. Are you capable of doing the clerk's position without Mr.
Well,
Greason?
I take great offense that you would ask that question. I think that you're way off base, Mr. Chairman. I don't tell you.
Because- Go ahead.
You sit there and listen. You
Don't
ask me
tell
a
me.
question. You give me a chance to
We've
respond.
asked you to be here, so I'm going to give you opportunity to speak.
Did you ask this question of your brother who has executive officers? Did you ask this of Mr. Drew or Ms. Cannon or Mr. Hickox? Do they have executive officers too?
I don't know if they do or not.
Well, they absolutely do, and you do know the truth. You do know the truth, Mr. Leeper. And
They have
I'm
a
not
staff.
going to.
I don't know what they're called. They
I'm
have
sorry?
staff. They have staff personnel. I don't know what they're called. I don't know the titles.
Do they have deputies?
I'm just asking.
Do they have
I
deputies?
asked you a question. Yeah, they have deputies. And let me go back to where I was going with this. Mr. Londot represents your office, and I understand that the oral argument yesterday, Mr. Londot was telling the court the positions of your office in the case, right?
I'm sorry?
He was telling the court the positions of your case.
We're not going to discuss the issues in the
There was some
case.
discussion that Mr. Londot advised the Court of Appeal that your office believes that the disputed court fees can be used to fund a yoga class, but cannot be used to fund mediation program to help our Nassau County citizens. Is that what we're paying $85,000 for an opinion?
Mr. Leeper, I don't know what you're referring to. That I don't know what context that was in.
Okay.
But as I told you a moment ago, I'm not going to discuss the issues within the case. I have told you about the expenditure on the case.
Okay. But you were there yesterday, correct?
I was there.
Okay.
I didn't
Okay.
see you. Were you there?
Commissioner Boatwright?